Hey everybody, welcome to Mindful World. Today, we're going to go over the top 7 hidden and forbidden technologies. Make sure to watch until number 1, because it's one of the most amazing technologies ever seen. 1. Marijuana cancer. Rick Simpson discovered in 2001 that marijuana can cure cancer. The U.S. Department of Health confirmed that marijuana can cure cancer. Rick Simpson claims that he beat his skin cancer with the help of cannabis oil. For years he has been sharing the recipe for his Rick Simpson oil, which is said to cure cancer and many other serious diseases. He believes that a classic cancer treatment, such as chemotherapy or radiation, is not only superfluous, but also harmful. It has been confirmed by researchers that THC can kill brain cancer cells. 2. Good cigarettes. On the 28th of June 1979, the cigarette manufacturer L&M stopped the XA project. This was the successful development of a harmless cigarette. The tobacco industry, however, rebelled and the project was scrapped. XA project from the 1960s cigarettes that were produced that were not harmful and carcinogenic. In the end, the cigarettes were not successful and the production had to be stopped. Because who would still buy ordinary cigarettes then? But that companies can make money is possibly more important than people's health. 3. Time machines. The priest Pellegrino Mario Ernetti claimed to have invented a kind of the time machine. Supposedly, he used it to watch the crucifixion of Christ. The device allegedly could make it possible to see these events again through the remaining energies of past events. One of his researchers later admitted that the claim to have observed the crucifixion was a lie. Many believe that the Vatican now possesses the device. Is the Vatican suppressing a monstrous invention? Are there the remains of an apparatus in a Swiss vault that turns our history upside down? Up until his death, the Italian Benedictine Father Emilio Ernetti claimed to have constructed a time machine with which it was possible to look into the past. For this reason, he was quoted several times before the highest church dignitaries to report in secret sessions about the fate of Jesus. 4. Rain machine. The farmer Wilhelm Reich was able to make it rain in 1953 with his machine he called Cloudbuster, thus saving the harvest. For the next few days, there was really no rain announced, but Wilhelm Reich had actually changed this. People were shocked. If he was able to do it more than 60 years ago, then the assumption is obvious that it is also possible today, and is even done. He shot orgone rays into the atmosphere, which should produce rain clouds. Whether he was actually successful with this is debatable. The fact is, however, that in 1953 he was commissioned by farmers to produce rain, and that despite the drought announced by the weather report, it rained in the evening after using his Cloudbuster. In addition to the function of generating rain, Reich claimed to be able to ward off UFOs with his Cloudbuster. Reich let himself be carried away by the UFO media hype. He put forward the thesis that the UFOs used orgone energy as a drive and directed the Cloudbuster on a flashing light in the sky, which disappeared. 5. UFOs. Thomas Townsend Brown did research on anti-gravity and was of the firm opinion that his research could prove that UFOs could exist. He was flying aerial films at speeds of up to 185 km per hour. He was of the opinion that if you researched this further, you could even fly to Mars. He even presented his flying metal discs to NASA. What the end result of this research is uncertain. Also, the Nazis allegedly already developed a series of anti-gravity flying discs. The first UFO sightings on Earth could be the first results of the Nazi research at that time. How far these researches are, which meanwhile are continued in the United States, is a very interesting question. 6. Electric cars. A very great suppressed invention is the EV1 electric car from General Motors. The General Motors EV1 was a mass-produced General Motors electric car. It was designed in response to a 1990 California emission reduction law and was offered from 1996 to 1999. The cars were only rented out, and by 2002, under controversial circumstances, they were confiscated and mostly scrapped, making it the first mass-produced electric car. They had already produced 800 cars. In 1999, the production of this sensational invention was stopped. But many believe that the production was stopped by the oil companies. In the meantime, there are electric cars again, but technically there are no big differences compared to then. 7. Tesla's inventions. Nikola Tesla was one of the most brilliant inventors of all time. Nikola Tesla was an inventor, physicist and electrical engineer. His life's work is characterized by numerous innovations in the field of electrical engineering, especially in electrical power engineering, such as the development of the system for electrical power transmission now known as two-phase alternating current. 112 patents were registered in the USA alone. Tesla also invented so-called death rays and attracted a great deal of media attention. At the age of 78, Tesla claimed to have invented death rays. His death ray device was supposed to be a kind of ultrasonic gun that could kill people and machines without leaving any traces. Tesla caused quite a stir in the media with this claim. Tesla is apparently the inspiration for the mad scientist in Max Fletcher's Superman. He also developed a mind-reading machine. He wanted to develop an artificial retina that could record the images that were seen. Unfortunately, Tesla died before he could talk about this idea in any detail. Who owns the writings and works of this genius? How can such inventions be covered up? Why do we constantly block the natural flow of technological progress? We would be somewhere else today if some people did not always block the natural flow of technological progress. Maybe we would be able to fly around now and not have to pay for every little pleasure in life. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more interesting and mindful content. And stay mindful.